That's an awesome position. That's a really strong throwing position. There's a lot of good things here. Remember our phrase.
Yeah.
So if you miss a first serve deep, what do we know happened?
Too far, I'm tossing too far back.
Which causes what?
Will cause the serve to go long.
That's right. I pointed on one of these also. When you meet the ball, I should have changed the frame rate, but you can see the angle of the racket here.
Yeah.
There's contact. It's just slightly open, which means when the ball leaves your strings, it's actually moving at a slight upward trajectory.
So I need to toss it a little more in front of me.
So there's two different factors here. One is that one. The further in front you toss the ball, the more you have to reach for it, and so therefore the more closed the racket face will tend to be. The other part of this is extension and reach. If we allow the arm to get scrunched up at all, then it tends to lead to this type of position where even if the ball's not way out in front, if we haven't allowed adequate vertical space to allow the arm and hand to extend, then we end up getting in this open racket face position. Yeah, so you'll still miss it long.
That's the toss problem.
Well, the question is, was the ball high enough at some point for you to be fully extended? And the answer is definitely yes, because the ball was way up there. So the first point, if it's way out in here, that's all toss. The second one is actually more timing. If we wait too long and the ball travels too far by the time we hit it, and we don't enable our arm and our shoulder to extend, then we could still hit it long, even with a perfect toss, because we've just waited too long for the ball to drop.
So it's timing on the swing.
Combined with, it's both. Both are important. So let's find a first serve where you missed it long. Let's go over to the ad side. There we go, there's a long one. So either this toss was placed too far back or it dropped too low. One of those two. So there's the hit right there. We can't really tell for sure the depth part of it from this perspective. Could you have extended up higher? Definitely. What we want to see ideally is a straight line up through your shoulders and then up into your dominant arm and into the racket. And we've got this, kind of slouch here with the arm, which is gonna tend to lead to a little bit more collapsed, position with the racket face because your arm is collapsed as well. When you look at a professional player, either hitting a flat serve or a spin serve. So here's a professional player hitting a spin serve. This is a really aggressive kick serve. And look at his body and arm position here. It's fully reached and extended. Notice his hand and the alignment of the racket isn't vertical, but his arm and his shoulder is. And it's the same thing when this player hits a flat serve. This is a flat serve that he hits like right down the middle of the court. And so that line I was talking about is like dead straight here. Across his back, his shoulders, his arm, it's all in alignment. So he's in a strong, stable position up at the top. So the more we scrunch down, the more likely that face is going to be open. And the more back the toss is, the more likely the face is going to be open.
Okay.
The reason why I recorded you from the side was I wanted to see, because I saw you kind of pushing the ball too long. It's a little bit blurry, but can you see that at contact, your face was definitely open here and your arm is definitely bent, but it's not extended, and this is not far enough. We draw a line from the ball down to the court.
Far enough in front.
We need more space in front, and we need more extension if we're going to keep the ball from going too far. So what I'd like you to do, go through a slow shadow and stop at contact for me and show me that line that we were talking about before. Just pause at contact and show me that straight alignment. So ideally, go ahead and hold that. Go ahead. Ideally, it'd be great to bend here a little more so that we have a little bit straighter line. We actually don't want the shoulders to be horizontal. They should be pitched a little bit to the side to deliver the shoulder in a stable position up towards contact. Okay. What we don't want is level shoulders and a raised arm, because that puts the shoulder in a bad position. It's not a strong position. What we want instead is this and this. So we have a straight line. Does that make sense? And when you paused before, you were just a little bit turned and your arm was a little bit too raised. And we want a stronger connection between the arm and the body. Yeah. Lean to your left a little more. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Let me see a few more of those. Pause at contact for me. Yeah, good. One more of those. Yep. Now, these are professional athletes.
Yeah.
But so they're going to be using that. Yeah, he's way over. So look at the angle there. Brownage you're looking at. So notice the pitch of his shoulders and how it's supporting his arm. Novak. See the connection between his body and his arm? So previously, the position that you were in had your shoulders here, which isn't bad, but then we had our arm here, upper arm, and then forearm here. And so we're just not in a athletic, that scrunched position is you're waiting too long. And also part of it is, I think you tend to toss the ball a little bit too far out to the side as well. So compare that visually. That's where we want to be at contact in terms of the relationship between big parts of your body and supporting your arm and your shoulder.
Okay.
That's going to lead to much less of you launching the ball too far. So let's try, this is really all really fast, but let's try slowly shadowing a couple of times, making that connection between the pitch of your shoulders and your arm, and then toss and try to hit that same position at contact on a real serve. Yeah, that looks really nice, Barry. That's a nice, strong body position. No, you let it drop way too low. Here you go. The shadows are great. Do 2 shadows again. Nice straight line. Yep. Now try to meet the ball in that same position. You're going to have to go sooner than you're used to. Better. Still a little bit late though. You're letting it fall too far. 2 shadows. A little bit higher. Extend. Yes, that one. Try to get the ball up there. Good, it's getting there. That's an awesome position. That's a really strong throwing position. No more collapsed arm. And now here's with the toss.
Yeah, still too low. A little bit better.
Yeah, better, right.
Yeah.
Better, but you're still a little bit level. But this is 50% of the way there.
Is it tossed too far?
It's a little too far to the right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And so we can't really hit that nice pitched position when the ball is out to the right. We need to bring it in a little closer, and then we can start to extend and bend a little bit more to get to a stronger contact position.
Now my slice, I tend to throw it out a little farther to the right.
And that's
because it's easier for me to slice.
Yeah, that's okay. But it should be relative. It should be more to the right relative to, like, we probably ideally want contact to happen like about here.
Okay.
A little bit higher and a little more to the left to get you into that position.
Okay.
Which means this should probably be your normal slice contact position.
Yeah.
A little bit more to the right than our ideal spot, which is right there. Just keep practicing. I already see, like, this is already better. Instead of the ball kind of like ramping off your racket, it's starting to kind of dive down into the box, which is what you should look for. If you see the ball come off your racket and just do like this, like it went off a motorcycle ramp or something, you're down in here. But if you see the ball go off your racket and dive into the box, that means you're extended and you're reaching up.
Got it.